I like to go bowling with my friend Bert, my bowling ball and my bowling shirt. I like to roll the ball down.
All kinds here. We are at the Pike Street Marketplace in downtown Seattle, and this is world famous because, mainly because of the Pike Street Market, Fish Market. And that is the place where it was immortalized in books and videotapes, the book called Fish, where the fishmongers are famous for throwing their fish and having a great time with their customers. There's a lot of activity going on down here. There are street musicians and of course lots of tourists around, and all kinds of activities going on. It's a very busy fish market for both locals and for tourists. But the reason we're here today is this is another one in our series of filling holes, quick tip videos. And today we're going to talk about who is your competition. Who is your competition? Now, if you ask your employees, who is your competition? What would they say? The bowling center down the street? You know, Joe's Bowl down the street? Or what else would they say? Might they say? Perhaps it's the movie theaters, or the golf courses, or the roller rink, or the ice skating rink, the video arcade, and so on. Yeah, those are all competition. Certainly competition. And the bowling centers in town are probably the least of your competition. It's all other forms of entertainment that tend to be your competition. Plus, believe it or not, places like, oh, here we go, places like the Pike Street Fish Market, where they make buying fish an experience. Pike Street Fish Market is your competition. Southwest Airlines is your competition. Nordstrom's is your competition. Disney is your competition. Why would places like this be your competition? It's because people have become accustomed to extraordinary service from companies like Nordstrom's, Disney, Southwest Airlines, Pike Place Fish Market. They have come to expect that. So when they come to your bowling center, your restaurant, your store, whatever it might be, they expect this kind of service. They want a memorable experience. Exceptional customer service today is the critical, intangible element in running a successful business today, especially bowling centers. So what makes your bowling center so special that I should do business with you? What makes your bowling center so special that I should drag my family down to your place and spend money with you? What is your unique selling position? What sets you apart? Okay, bowling is a commodity, as we've talked about in previous videos. And so, right. You know, the Beatles are one of my favorite bands of all time. The Beatles are my favorite group of all time, and we have a street musician over here that is really, really loud, and I don't know how it's coming across on the video, but he's very, very loud, and he's not going to be on American Idol anytime soon. But bye. We wish he would go bye. Goodbye. Alright, anyway, we've talked about the fact that bowling is a commodity, and that means that it's the same no matter where you do it. People don't leave your bowling center with anything tangible. So the only thing that they leave with is a feeling, and that feeling is either good, bad, or indifferent. You certainly don't want it to be bad. You don't want it to be indifferent. You want it to be good to great. You want people leaving your bowling center saying things like, I can't wait to come back here again. So how do you do that? We're going to talk about lots of ways to do that in future videos, but let me give you some examples. One of the important things is to go out of your way to service your customers customer, to wow your customer. You don't have to be phony, just do things that make sense. For instance, when we first took over our center in Denver, first or second day we were there, we had a customer walk up to the bar and order a Zima from the bartender. Our bartender, who had been working there for quite a while, we were new owners, she looked at the customer and without batting an eye she said, "We don't carry Zima," and then walked away. That was it. I'm glad I was standing there. I happened to be standing there. I said to the customer, as the customer was a bit befuddled, and she said, "Well, I'll just have a Pepsi." I said to the customer, "Do you need a Zima?" And she said, "Well, yeah." She goes, "I work for Coors, and Zima's a Coors product, and that's all I can drink. I don't drink beer." I said, "All right, well," I didn't even know what a Zima was. I said, but I did know there was a liquor store across the street, so I said, "I'll go to the liquor store and get you a Zima." She's like, "Oh, you don't have to do that." I said, "No, not a problem, not a problem." So I did. I ran across the liquor store. It took me 5 minutes. Got a 6-pack of Zima, brought it back, gave it to the customer, opened it, gave it to the customer, and put the rest in the cooler. Told the customer that next week when she was back, we'd have Zima stocked for her. A little bit later, the bartender looked at me and said, "Why would you do that?" And I thought, wow, why would I not do that? Why would I not take 5 minutes to go across the street and get something that the customer needed because we didn't have it? Needless to say, that employee didn't work there much longer. We replaced her as quickly as we possibly could. I've got several other great customer service stories for you and ways that you can go out of your way to take care of a customer that we'll talk about in future videos. For now, come up with your unique selling position. Get people thinking about your bowling center as if it's not just another bowling center, but hey, what do you want to do on Friday night? Well, we could go to the movies, we could go to the bar, we could go bowling, or we could go to your place. Get them to think about your place as something over and above a typical bowling center, a place where they want to come hang out. And it doesn't matter if your center's 50 years old or if you're brand new, state of the art. It doesn't matter. You can still make people feel that way when they come into your place. All right, for now, and from the Pike Street Fish Market and our Beatles impresario over here, I want to thank you. Look forward to the next one in our series, and visit us at bowlingmarketing.com.